following presentation of the National Football League.
Now from the host city of so many Pro Bowls, we're on the island of Oahu in the capital city of Honolulu, Hawaii. Tonight we kick off Week 3 with a great Thursday night matchup between the Houston Oilers taking on the Shamrocks of Honolulu. On the visiting sideline, their head coach. His guy's looking good right out the gate, off to a 2-0 start. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
And he's had good success here already this season throwing the football. 6 touchdown passes in his 2 games. He's really got this offense playing with a lot of confidence, trying to establish themselves early as a Super Bowl contender.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. But you look at this defense.
This unit, they're hoping to improve against the pass because right now, Charles, number 27 in the NFL.
And even though that's not the greatest ranking in the world, one thing you can say, they get after the quarterback. They're in the top 10 in the league in sacks.
And it's complete. He gets this one to Washington. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. Looking to throw. Pollard. Complete to Washington. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage.
It's a gain of 8.
The drive stays alive. A 3rd down gain of 8. Charles, Thursday night game, you think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
Off-play action. Pollard. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In motion comes the tight end left. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd.
First down.
Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable. And sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll give him 4 yards there. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence and allows them to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. And they bring their punter out there now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. They're led out by a former national champion at Ohio State, standing 6'4". It's Will Howard.
And he made both sides happy last week, didn't he?
Yeah, 3-3.
I mean, his guys, they caught 3 touchdown passes, but he threw 3 interceptions. Got to get off of that schneid and get back to just throwing touchdowns.
And right away, he lost the football. And the defense will get their hands on it, going the other way. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Partner, on my spot sheets, I highlighted turnover margin because we remember they turned it over 4 times last week. So another one here in the first quarter. This isn't the way they want to go.
No, not even close. And it's not something they even imagine because the amount of time that we know that they spend in practice talking about what they need to get done, working on it, showing them how to take care of the football, and emphasizing what it means in terms of winning. They got to just be puzzled right now that they're not taking care of the ball better.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Operating from the gun. Pollard. Throw left side complete. That's Washington. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston.
Malik Washington.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Oilers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown.
Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. And it's good to make it 7-0.
Makes the score.
Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
Well, look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's got to clear his mind a little bit right now. 1 carry, and that carry was a lost fumble.
Clear his mind, clear his hands, and just let this one go. Sometimes it happens. You drop the ball. Got a full game ahead of him. Hand it to him again. See if they can start to produce.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
So for 30-some-odd years, we held the Pro Bowl here in Hawaii, but all along what the locals here wanted was a team of their own. And now they've got one, and they could not be happier. And I don't say that lightly because they always seem happy here. But now this could be the start of something really, really special.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Back to throw. Howard.
He'll try to pick it up himself.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, and his offense was staring down what was likely a 3-and-out. Zero fear from his side, though. Never down for a second. They pick up the first. He's ready to pull the trigger on a keeper the moment it revealed itself.
Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete.
Number 86.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. Now, you figure that he'll probably be a big factor in this one as well.
No question about it, partner. We just saw right there they want to get him the ball in space and see what he can do after the catch.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
2nd and 6.
Caught along the left side by Howard.
Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
Honolulu, first down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Cougar 19.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Now a 2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw again. Quick hitter here. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
Let's go.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
First down. 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
A very important 3rd down conversion right there, because when you're trailing and find yourself this deep in enemy territory, the kicker's not even part of your thought process. You got to make it pay off with 6. Nice connection right there to set touchdown.
Jalen Hyatt, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Shamrocks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well executed there offensively. Defense looked a little confused, but he found his receiver, and that one good for 6 points.
And the payoff we just saw there tells us how many times they ran this play in practice over the past few weeks, because they executed that flawlessly right here on game day when the situation arose.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So that drive consumes 9 plays all told. And it was Jalen Hyatt with a touchdown catch to end the drive. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Breaks through the contact. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They're riding a 2-game winning streak into this Thursday nighter. How easy is it when you're on a roll to stay on a roll given the quick turnaround?
Well, you would think it'd be pretty easy because everyone's locked in practice and meetings, because everyone feels good about themselves. And for coaches, this is where they have to tell themselves, don't add too much. Don't worry about game plans as much as players. So look at your play sheet and think, give it to the guys who play best, and don't worry about the rest of it.
First down, Oilers.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. When you look at this defense, they enter play here, number 11, just outside the top 10 in the league in stopping the run.
It is so difficult to run the ball against that defensive front. They make short gains like that feel like 10 to 15-yard runs. Everything.
Now the ball comes loose. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
He connects with Hyatt. And he's brought down. 15 yards through the air to 1st down.
That's good for a Honolulu.
These two teams all tied after one.
I was looking good going 3 interceptions last week. Did go 3 touchdowns. Shit, they lost.
Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. The first carry now. This is Johnson. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up second.
Sometimes you get all those big guys down there in one spot, and there's just nowhere to go. And in this case, the defensive tackle used his strength and swallowed him up.
2nd and 11. Now a screen set up for Johnson. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 16 yards, a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker, or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Good yardage there on first down, exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your second down play.
Here's Johnson again on 2nd down.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
3rd and 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Again, spotlight again, week 4. Rematch against Louisville in Houston.
Howard now, off the play fake. Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
1st and 10 at the 16.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Don't overlook Honolulu. Louisville, they got Louisville, who they beat Sunday night.
They give up the middle to Johnson. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
See which one of those teams can win the season.
Looking to throw. Howard. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
Hold on to it.
One thing you hope to see out of a rookie tight end is a real concentration when the ball's in the air, and I'm not sure that he didn't, but he has to be prepared for people making a play on it when that ball's up for grabs.
Back to throw. Howard. Running for the goal line. He loses the football. And that will get out of bounds. Lucky there. They keep possession inside the 5. CD, that's the 2nd time this half they've put it on the carpet. Now, the first one they lost. Good news here, it doesn't cost them.
They do say that things even out in the course of a ball game. So you mentioned they lost the first one. This time, able to retain possession, but they can't get into this habit. The ball can't continue to go on the ground.
Johnson. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Doesn't it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
A 21-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the defense are able to force their first turnover of the game, and then they add on to that by getting the field goal.
And you don't just want to take the ball away from your opponent, partner. You want to make them hurt as well. And if you don't score yourself on defense, turn it over to your offense and have them put points on the board.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And now out comes Houston. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach will be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield, punching the end zone without turning it over.
I'm just glad I reckon
Another toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. Leaves them with 3rd and just a yard. Off the play fake. Pollard. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
44-yard line.
He's a high-rated quarterback in this game.
On first down, Kidd. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Show that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll look to throw here on first down. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it'll be second down.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, and maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Now Gordon on first down. He will push his way down to about the 14. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning.
Second and 7.
Here's 2nd and 7.
I got to get everything together with this. I got to see how many teams still undefeated from the end of week 2.
Looking to throw. Pollard. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. A 14-yard touchdown.
And the Oilers are once again back in front.
And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. The try here for the extra point.
Head down, Randy Moss.
And that makes it 14-10. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Put the Lord on the spotlight. Boy on the spotlight. He's that man. 91. Dude, you know your overall was mid-70s when you was drafted, man. This man don't be letting no quarterback be no 80 higher. He barely. Shit, man, dude.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
They had to lead with 35 touchdowns.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. And they're going to have good starting field position. He's out of bounds, but not before he's across the 35.
The Honolulu offense set to take over possession of the football.
And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll go down as a gain of 6. And that'll bring up second down.
He's looking at the receiving core. I like it.
Back to throw.
Man,
and he hits him in stride. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Who could tell him on that wheel drop there?
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got this down to the 35. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a play fake here on first down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. A lot of work to get away and outside of the pocket, but no actual yardage there on the catch. It's second down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, there's a diving catch.
It's a gain of 11. That's another. First down. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Let's go.
They look to throw now on first down.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
I'm gonna put you on the spotlight. Dropping down like that he didn't hold on to. Overall, 78. You went up a little bit. Shit, man. You got stuff flying like that for the Lord.
Second and 10.
He's doing it a better year, though.
Looking to throw. Howard.
Okay.
And this is going to be intercepted.
And Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line. Second and a yard.
Second and a yard.
In motion goes the tight end. Second and 1. Wide open receiver complete. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25.
That's good.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
These teams is going to be some teams going to start becoming dominant. They're going to be big dogs. Seems you don't see them always struggle. So Man. It's Houston team.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Off play action. Pollard. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
It's second down.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it.
And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando. And Scott Hansen for our halftime report.
All right, Brandon, thanks much. Welcome in, everyone, to the Orlando studios. Scott Hansen with you for a quick halftime report. We'll let both sides catch their breath and get their orange wedges as we're going to get ready for the third quarter action. So let's go back out to the stadium as we rejoin our broadcast team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. So a 4-point game here as we get set to resume action in this third quarter of play.
And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30.
This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Like this play, they better make it go.
To throw is Howard from the gun on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
And the punt goes out of bounds, so no chance to bring it back, and they will spot it at the 24-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Pollard. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now a toss coming wide side. This is Gordon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Pollard. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
Brandon, they're still in the lead, but momentum's certainly been going the opposite direction. So to me, that's a really important pickup there on third down.
Try and regain some confidence, and you're right. They need to stem the tide a little bit. That certainly helped. They go back to Gordon here on first down. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets him back now for second down.
Well, here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it on play action.
They'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle, and frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fade.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Pollard. And he's got his man in stride, complete. That'll give him 8 that time. And it'll be fourth down.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And did he put that on a dime? He did. Wow, out of bounds at the 1-yard line.
Well, the Honolulu offense making its return to the field now.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now,
there he goes, left side.
The race is on.
And all the way in for the touchdown. A great effort there.
His third rushing touchdown of the year. And the Shamrocks have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. Those are the ones the offensive coordinators dream about. One-play drives from that distance. What an effort. It results in the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Houston set to take over. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down.
So let me get it right there.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
55 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then? You take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Washington. And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
That's good for a first down. A gain of 19 yards.
Yeah, so he's related, but these Washington ain't related.
Let's go now. 18 Cardinal.
Washington in motion left. Off the play fake. Pollard. Now he'll tuck this and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of the play that looked like it was in trouble.
First and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. A loss of 2 there, second down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Operating from the gun, Pollard. And he will find his man on the outside. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. This defense hasn't let him in yet. They'll need to stiffen here. Third and goal from the 2. Looking to throw. Pollard. And that is incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
On 4th down, Pollard. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and the ball will go over on the goal line stand. The Shamrocks offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And you see the numbers for him into this 3rd quarter. They just pop off the screen. He has been open throughout. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the 3rd quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them. Melt the clock down, get to the 4th quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
On prime time, on Thursday night, yeah.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
2nd and 6.
Off play action. Howard. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They give to Johnson going right. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they bring him down shy of the 20.
Juju Brents comes up for the stop. Now 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Howard. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short game.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And he'll take a shot at the end of that one, and they'll begin right there.
Now comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here.
Their defense accomplished step one of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth quarter lead.
They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that run. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds.
It's a gain of 18.
That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down.
It might be weak against the pass.
A tall task ahead of him here, needing a full 15 yards to move the chains.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I wonder, Brandon, I just wonder, you think maybe he was worried about where he was on the field? Was he far enough? Was he close enough to the first down sticks?
Absolutely. He was right there by him, and I think he was thinking first down before he caught that football.
Yeah, got to catch it first, because if you don't catch it, there's no chance of picking up a first down.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
32 yards.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another first and 10.
First and 10 at the 30.
Now a 10th carry for Johnson.
Yeah.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Now, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
So a first and 10 now in Houston territory at the 47. Off the play fake. Howard.
And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
Let's go, go.
Johnson running right. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on third down. Looking to throw. Howard. Oh, no, he lost the football.
But it looks like one of the DBs has it.
And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover.
Houston's offense taking over again. What a big fourth quarter fumble recovery.
Yeah, I don't know. They better do something. He's been wreaking havoc all day. Come on, man. Y'all see this dude. 10 tackles, 2 forced fumbles, 2 pass defense deflections. Dog.
To go, and now they are set up with a chance to take the lead.
Looking to put a drive together. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. 64 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun. Pollard. He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That was for the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. 68 yards receiving now for him in the game. And a first down on that last catch as well.
First down, Houston.
Back to throw. Pollard. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3.
Looking to throw. Pollard. To the right side and complete to Washington.
Washington. A gain of 9 yards. That's another first down.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth. So it's our visitors with the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Back to throw now on first down. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10.
He'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Oilers have taken a fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that. So he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Important extra point up and through. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The situation for him offensively as follows. Down 21-17. A little under a minute 50 remaining. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10.
There they go.
He's back to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here? Or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Not liking the look. They'll change the play.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
It's a loss of 8.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Back to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. No, that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. The Oilers offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And this defense might be about ready to wave the white flag. Nothing they have tried to throw at him has been that successful. He just processes things so quickly and makes the right read seemingly every time. They got to have two hands on the football here as they run on 1st down. He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
Brings up 2nd and
You've
8.
got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Another run on 2nd down, trying to cover up. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. It doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
From the gun on 3rd down, Pollard. And he's across for a touchdown. And in the final minute, that should just about seal. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
Point after try forthcoming. And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score. Oilers
Scoring summary, 3-play drive.
17.
And the result, a Houston touchdown.
Boy, probably up to 6, 7 right now.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
They're the league in receiving yards.
And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now the story changes. Trailing in this one now. At time, a huge factor.
It's an extremely tall order in front of them, but they've got the ball with a first down.
Let's go. 60 by 6.
Now Howard throwing to start the drive. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Second down.
Just over 30 seconds remain. Here's 2nd and 10 now.
Back to throw. Howard. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. Third down.
Brings up a third down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
The Oilers' offense and their wide receiver getting set for this next possession. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early, and it has paid giant rewards to this stage of the game.
The D can only stop it one more time as they take the knee. So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Houston, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for